Welcome back to the shop. I'm Jeff from Today's Craftsman, and stand in front of a new sort of little setup that we have here. We're trying this out, seeing if you guys like filming over here. Made this cool logo on the laser and painted it up last week. But John and I have been designing and discussing a project over the last couple weeks, and one of you is going to take this project home, so stay tuned for details about that. But we need to get some lumber, so we're going to go visit our friends over at Monteath in Old Bridge, New Jersey. We'll give you a little tour, and we'll pick out some wood. Promotional support for this episode is provided by Quick Screws. Since 1987, Quick Screws has been a leader in both quality and performance. With warehouses in California and South Carolina, Quick Screws can deliver anywhere in the U.S. within 4 days. Quick Screws' highly trained personnel are ready to get you the product you need when you need it. Find out more at quickscrews.com. So we're here at Monteath Molding with Eddie, and we're going to check out some walnut for this build. So they have the walnut back here in the shed. And we've already pulled out a couple boards, but we're picking the last couple boards of 5/4 here. So we did bring along a drawing so that we can reference this as we go out and try and pick out our parts. So we know the dimensions that we need, and we can try and grain match these, color match them, which is really important. So it's nice to be able to come and pull these boards out and be able to see where they're going to go in the project. We actually have a couple pieces marked out here. So we'll end up making the table base out of a glue up of these two parts. We can cut these and fold them so we get a nice grain match. Our long parts can come out of this section of 8/4. And now we're looking to pick 3 or 4 boards, or two or three boards for the top. So the top is going to be a glue up 48 by 16, and we need some nice seams and some nice grain match. So you can see we pulled out 2 boards here. We have good color consistency. And we have pretty good width on these, so we can pull another one out and see if it matches.
In regards to the grain, are you looking for more of a solid grain? Are you looking for some sapwood? Do you mind knots? There's a wide variety of stuff that we have here on the shelf. 4/4, 5/4, 6/4, and 8/4. We even stock some 10 and 12/4. We have finished lumber and rough lumber. Obviously, it looks like you're going with the 5/4 rough.
Yep, yeah, I definitely think
8-foot lengths.
Something with good straight grain, that way we can get a nice glue up. So when you're gluing things up, you don't want to glue up in the middle of a cathedral. So these are called cathedral, these pointed areas. If you have a glue up with a cathedral terminating into straight grain, it's going to be very obvious. But if you have 2 pieces with straight grain that are glued up, it's going to be much harder to notice. So we have good straight grain here, and on the outside of this board here. So
you're looking for 1 or 2 more additional pieces?
I think maybe 1 more. This.
How do you feel about the knot and the sapwood on that there?
Yeah, this, the color on this side, maybe not quite as good. Okay. So maybe let's see if we can find 2 more.
Sure. Any particular width that you're looking for on these boards?
Something 8 inches or better, I think.
I really like the coloring in that one.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
It's a little bit on the narrow side in comparison to the other 2. I have a nice wide 5/4 here. I don't know how you feel about it. It's got a little bit of crotch in the top, and it is significantly longer.
All right, beautiful. So it looks like we can get the entire top out of this one nice long board. So this is a little over 12 feet long and nearly 12 inches wide. So 16 by 48 will come out of this nicely. We'll be able to avoid anything down here at the end. And we have, a little low spot down here, so we'll be able to include all this nice curl in the top, which is really nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really nice board. Make it easier to do the project out of one piece instead of having to glue up multiple pieces and try and find the different colors and grains. And this way you can avoid knots and the sapwood by using just that one board.
Yeah, we can see here, so we're using this board, and we have nice even color between the 2 of these.
Yeah, consistent is what you want.
Disregard the sapwood, obviously, but
that'll clean up easy when you do a straight line rip on that.
Cool. So anything that the viewers at home should know about Monteath?
Monteath, we basically can provide any lumber for your project that you need. We have rough lumber, finished lumber, we do plywood. We also offer glue up services. We offer mill time. We can straight line rip projects for you. We can run stuff through the molders. We can make custom moldings for you as well. We have a whole variety of stock moldings that we keep in the store here. And if you have something from an older project, an older house, we can match that molding and create it here. So whatever you need, whatever your woodworking needs may be, we should be able to provide everything that you need here.
Nice. Well, we appreciate it. We've got to take this
absolutely.
back to the shop and get to work. Have some beautiful walnut here from Monteath, so I hope you guys like checking them out. It's a really cool place, and you should check them out yourself. So 2 pieces of black walnut here. We have our piece of 8/4 and our piece of 5/4, and we're going to be combining some traditional techniques on this one and some new technology. So what we're going to do is actually make templates for these on the laser, and the plans and the templates will be for sale. And we're figuring out a way where one of you can actually win this table. So we'll have more details on that soon, but we can head over to the Streebig. We're going to cut out a blank of 1/4" MDF and put it on the laser. Have a couple couple sheets of 1/4" MDF over here. We like to keep this around for templates. It's easy to cut. It's super cheap. I pay like 16 bucks a sheet for this. So we'll load one here onto the Streebig. So the laser is a 36 by 48 full spectrum, but I don't need the full bed size to cut all these templates. So I'm going to cut this to 48 by 32 so I can get 3 blanks out of a sheet, and that'll cut all the templates for this table. So we can pop this on. All right, we can pop open this laser and load in our material. So again, this is a PS48 from Full Spectrum Laser. Bought this about a year ago. It's 150 watts, so it's pretty powerful. We have the honeycomb in here now, but most of the cutting I do is just on the knives. That's nice because all the small stuff falls through. But I do have this honeycomb in here, so we'll keep it in. Can load in this material, and we can set the focal height. So the focal height is the height of the lens in relation to the work. So we have our jog controls here. So this head, I'm going to drive it, in this case just sort of into the center of the material. So we have a lens up in here and our nozzle. So the distance that I want between the material and the end of the nozzle is the thickness of a AAA battery, which sounds weird, but it's a manufacturer thing. I use lenses from American Photonics. So just touching the end there. This is not ideal having bowed material, but this isn't a super thick or hard to cut piece of material, so not a problem. So I'm going to go over here to my computer and frame this real quick. So we're all framed up in the laser. The material's in the right spot. I need to turn on my smoke extraction, my air assist, and we can get this going. We're going to put it on a time lapse so you can see it cut. The laser's all done cutting, so that was 17 minutes. I like to run it pretty slow so that I know it's going to cut through. We all got unlimited time, right? So we can jog this head out of the way, and we can pull these parts out. See if I can get this frame out and leave all the parts here on the table for the dramatic reveal. All right, well, maybe not. But close. So you can see there, all the parts cut out. And we can take these over to the bench and tell you what they are. So here's our parts. We have, let's see. So this is our main leg right here. Or not, well, this is the vertical member. And we'll get that out of this 8/4 here, so we'll do a glue up. You know, this is good for marking out too. We can sort of chalk around this and see where the grain is going to look nice. Really nice to have full-size templates. We have the bottom horizontal here, so this is going to be right here like this. We have the top right here. And we have a couple little cross members on that, so you have to make 2 of these. So we'll have one here and one here. And then I made a 2-piece template for the top. You know, so the top on this table is going to be 48 inches long, and the laser only goes to 48. So rather than make one long one, I actually sort of tiled this here. And this will be good for shipping, so you could just put some packing tape on either side or even just glue a board across. So this will be for either side of the top. We'll make that out of this 5/4. It'll finish at 16 wide here in the center, and it'll get tapered off to the ends here. So over the next couple weeks, John and I are going to be building and finishing this table, and one lucky person is going to have it delivered right to their house. We'll have more details about how you could be that person to win this table. But yeah, if you have any questions about anything that we covered today or anything else, be sure to leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next week.